county, where they can get in the truck and go where they need to go without having to go up to the truck and figure it out. So it's right there in front of them. So 2023, I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on that. As you know, we started the 6 truck on March 1st out at Liberty Road. Currently, as of today, we've made about 787 medical runs out of that new facility alone with that truck. With that 6 truck, it also has improved our response time in the county. With the extra truck, we're getting to the scene faster now because of the ability to have that extra truck there. So that's made a difference. We did get the new truck that you all provided funding for last month, and we've got that in service now. And took the backup out and put that in the 6 station. So that's up and operating now. We also partnered with the new technical center, the new Warrick County Technical Center out behind Walmart, with their EMT program, and we're working with them and provided some primary instructors and some help and assistance out there to make that program successful. So that's going well. Our run volume is slightly higher in 2023 compared to 22 as of now, so I expect that to continue to be that way. And I think the last thing I wanted to share with you guys, because there's been a little talk about it, Ascension St. Vincent has bought a critical care ambulance of their own for the main campus down there. They're using that ambulance to do a lot of their critical care transports up to ND and throughout the state. That truck has nothing to do with Warrick EMS. We're not funding that. We're not providing personnel for that. That is a totally different ambulance from what we operate in the county. So I just wanted the council to know that truck was, thank you. I just wanted the council to know that there is a truck down there that you'll see that it'll say critical care transport on the side of it that is operated by the hospital down there, which is a good thing for us because that keeps us in the county more since they have their own truck down there now. So, any questions on any of that? I know I kind of rambled a lot, but I had a lot to cover.
Oh, I just what Greg said, Tony, is thanks. This is very nice to get a report like this and to read through it and see what all's being done. A couple of things I caught in here, and I'm sure there's. I'm curious, what is a first in bag?
It's our first bag that we take in. That's the first bag that goes in when we get out of the ambulance to go into the residence or an accident. Okay. It's got all of our supplies that we need to.
So when you see the first responder running in, that's his duffel bag.
That's his duffel bag.
I was reading it and I thought, I wonder what
it continues to grow. It
okay.
Things, protocols and equipment, things just get bigger all the time.
And you might have just answered this one here a minute ago. I noticed the CAD. And I thought, well, surely that's not computer-aided design.
No.
So was it cardiac? Is that what it was
no,
for?
No, the CAD system is, it's connected with the sheriff's department. It's where all our runs and everything are come out of. We have a computer in all the ambulances that have the CAD system in it. And it just dispatches us and tells us where we're going and gives us all the information we need to get to where we're going.
Okay.
So it's just a software through the sheriff's department.
Okay. So you're kind of in touch with them that way or whatever?
Yes.
Okay.
And it keeps us off the radio too, because we can basically go en route, show arriving, transporting everything off the computer without tying up the radio and spending a lot of time on that.
So you can see where your ambulances are at.
And also see where the trucks are at too, as well.
And then the tech center, was the EMT program already in place, or is that something?
No, that was something brand new. And they reached out to us early on to see if we would partner with them on that program. And we were excited to do that with them.
That's cool. Because I had heard several years ago that there was not a program here in town. But that was a long time ago. So I didn't know if.
Yeah, I think they've got this year, they've got 6 students in the EMT program out there. So once they finish their school year, they can test out for an EMT certification.
That's great. Good. That's it.
All right. Thank you,
Tony. Very informative.
Thank you, sir.
Next up is sheriff. We have additional appropriation for fuel, $49,145, and for utilities, $35,000.
Paul Cruz, Chief Deputy. Just if you have any questions on that.
Motion to approve. I'll second.
Motion by Ted and second by Ron. Any questions or discussions? All those in favor? Oh, roll call. Yeah, I'm gonna write this down for everyone.
Ron Bacon,
Aye.
Rob Dimmitt,
Aye.
Ted Metzger,
Aye.
Brad Overton,
Yes.
Richard Reed, Greg Richmond,
Yes,
Chris Wetstein.
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you.
Next up is Health Department. The Vax Care, $2,492 additional appropriation. And part-time animal control, additional appropriation of $5,300. Anybody here from the Health Department?
Motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Roll call. Got a motion by Ted and a second by Chris. So we need a roll call.
Ron Bacon,
Aye.
Rob Dimmitt,
Yes.
Ted Metzger,
Aye.
Brad Overton,
Yes.
Richard Reed, Greg Richmond,
Aye.
Chris Wetstein.
Yes.
Next up is Park and Recreation. Additional appropriation. Animals, $1,200. Water, $9,000. Trash, $2,000. Electric, $17,000.
Ben Labhart, Parks Department. If you guys have any questions about these, that just get us through the end of the year in these accounts.
It's just all due to higher cost.
Yeah,
except
the
for
water-
animals.
Yeah, the water and electric we just don't get enough in those accounts. They keep raising every year. But the animals, we just had some vet bills that we usually don't have.
The trash, I just got a letter today, it's going up.
Yeah. So that's just when we take our trash to the landfill, that's the only, we don't take anything else out of that account.
So then you take yours to the landfill?
Yep, and we get charged for it.
Oh, they don't come pick it up?
Oh, no, we have the reason we do that is because of the raccoon. If we had a dumpster, raccoons make a mess.
Right,
We have an enclosed trash trailer that it just works better for us.
okay. All right, thank you.
Any questions?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Ron,
I'll second.
second by Rob. Roll call.
Ron Bacon,
Aye.
Rob Dimmitt,
Yes.
Ted Metzger,
Aye.
Brad Overton,
Yes.
Richard Reed, Greg Richmond,
Yes,
Chris Wetstein.
Yes.
Thank you.
Commissioner business. This is additional appropriation. Other services and charges, $8,000. Janitorial supplies, $9,000. Motorized equipment, the ambulance, $333,334. Contractual services, $135,000. And the contractual services is E911. That's money that's collected on your phone bill.
Other services and charges.
Other
I
service,
just had to ask.
Beat me to it.
yeah. Other services and charges is that that catch-all kind of.
That's kind of, I figured that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how better to describe that. I mean, we
It's like
have like
dictionary, let's go.
buildings and grounds. We have this. But it's like, well, that doesn't fit there. It's other services and charges, and still trying to work out getting the budgets clean so that we don't have lines like that. So we don't have that need. But we're working on that
Because it'd be nice for that to maybe
to be where it belongs.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
kind
Yeah.
of go into something.
Do you have any other questions? Anything else I tried to give as much information to Crystal before the meeting so that Chadwick had some information.
I'll make a motion to pass the courthouse, the PS LIT and the E911 and vote separately on the other one.
You have a motion by Ted to approve the courthouse 9,000, PSLIT 333,334, and E911 contractual service 135,000. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Ted and second by Brad.
Roll call. Ron Bacon,
Aye.
Rob Dimmitt,
Aye.
Ted Metzger,
Aye.
Brad Overton,
Yes.
Richard Reed, Greg Richmond,
Yes.
Chris Wetstein.
Yes.
Okay, we have left the commissioners' other services and charges of $8,000. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Chris. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ron. Any discussion?
Heather, if you tell me this will be gone by next year, I'll vote for it.
I can't promise you for the 2024 budget, but when it comes time to roll out for 2025, yes, that is my promise to you, to have everything more cleanly lined out where it should be. Other services and charges kind of became this all, we can do what we want here thing, but that's not my goal. But we're still working on getting a good solid list of what our contracts are and how those are paid and kind of keeping better tabs on taking care of where the money should be to begin with in the year.
So next year, will you tell me it'll at least be down?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay.
Sharon, roll call. You ready?
Ready?
Okay. Ron Bacon,
Aye.
Rob Dimmitt,
Yes.
Ted Metzger,
Nay.
Brad Overton,
Yes.
Richard Reed, Greg Richmond,
Yes.
Chris Wetstein.
Yes.
Okay, so that would
Thank
be
you all.
5 and 2. 2 nays. Ted Metzger and Rick Reed. Okay, we have HR presentation. Shatika.
Good evening, Shatika Bard, and I am the Assistant Administrator and also County HR, Human Resource Manager. I just wanted to come and present to not only your board, but also other boards. We are trying to be proactive. As HR department of one, I am just wanting to make sure that all facets of our county leadership are fully aware of some of the risks that could potentially happen and occur within our government and our employer. And so as county leaders, elected officials, department heads, even employees, we run a fair risk of there being any type of discrimination, harassment, retaliation, and that kind of thing. And so I'm not sure if you all are aware of some of the things that are going on across the country, but a lot of individuals now, especially those that are in protected classes, they have the ability to seek legal counsel and pursue litigation against their employer, their leadership, especially if they've, made a report and it wasn't investigated or it wasn't, there was no attention brought to it whatsoever. So to be proactive, I've provided a presentation that was given by Bliss McKnight and also a legal counsel, not their legal counsel, but an attorney from Indianapolis that deals specifically with employer law. And so we were able to provide that free of charge to our department heads. And I want to say at least 90% of our department heads participated. And so what we have done, what I'm trying to do now is make sure that I track whenever I provide any information to you, because that shows that we're being proactive as far as making sure that we are educating ourselves and then also trying to reduce any type of harassment, retaliation, anything that's illegal So just to kind of give you an idea, harassment can be verbal or visual or physical in the workplace. And that could be against any type of anyone that's in a protected race, color, national origin, sex, pregnancy, gender identity, sexual orientation, religion, disability, derogatory jokes, racial comments, and things like that. Those are different types of forms of harassment. Also discrimination. Anytime a protected class is set out and not included in being hired, or they are not given the opportunity to advance in whatever the career is. So intimidation, just trying to instill fear, the act of that. And then retaliation, basically any type of punishment, treatment, or harassment because someone has reported. So, and it actually is against the law to retaliate against someone, even if they make a report and it is not substantiated. One thing that we did roll out last month is an anonymous reporting tool for all employees. And so if you all are on the email chain, you probably have seen a few emails about it, but I'm just going to continue to make sure that employees know that they can report. It can be anonymous. If they witness it, even if it's not directed at them, but if they witness any type of harassment or anything that's illegal, they can report it. And then I'm willing to do those investigations. The reason why I'm also coming before you as well is because you are in leadership. You all are the county council and you do have an employee. If anyone were ever to make a report to her or even to you all being county leadership, you would want to make sure that you do your due diligence to make sure that an investigation, and we at least investigate to see if it's substantiated and if anything further needs to occur. So I'm willing to do that. It doesn't matter, day, night, whatever. So there are certain situations I know that have gone on in the county, and before they get any further, I'm trying to make sure that we are proactive in addressing those. But a few ways to just minimize the risk is adopt clear policies, which we do have. So we are sharing those. And then provide accommodations if employees ask for them. Offer opportunities to report the misconduct, which we've tried to do it anonymously. So then that way employees feel that they can make those reports. And also I tell all employees, I have an open door policy, and I can't tell you how many employees have come and they've shut the door and they've reported certain things, but they don't want to make an official report. So that's why I'm saying I really need your help. If anyone were to come to you, then make sure that you pass it along. Some of the resources that we have are legal counsels. Also, Bliss McKnight, who's our risk management broker, they are willing to do trainings and things like that too, free of charge. So if you all ever want additional training or information, please let Crystal know, let me know, and I can provide that to you if you would like for them to come and provide any information that you want or need. I'm available to do that as well. Okay. And then what I'm also doing, like I said, I'm also trying to track every board that I have been to. So I have an acknowledgement form, and basically it kind of sounds like you're an employee, but I've also included the employee / executive board member, so that if you agree that you will abide by the policies that we have, we have a 0 tolerance policy in Warrick County for any type of harassment or discrimination. So basically by signing, you're saying that you agree to the policy and you will make sure that no one in the county will be retaliated against, harassed, or discriminated against. That's really all that it says. So in the event there's any type of litigation that goes forth, I can provide that and say, hey, I've talked to them, I've provided them with information. They've also agreed, that they would uphold our policies. So that's all I have. Anyone have any questions? All right, I think I'm the only one not asking for money. I just need a signature.
And thank you for that.
You need to come more often then.
No problem.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. We have handbook policy reimbursement transfers or corrections. All items listed have been checked for accuracy and can be voted on under one motion. Sheriff handbook policy, salary ordinance, deputy, 24 hours of sick time. Salary ordinance, deputy, 24 hours of sick time. The first one was for $488.14. The second one was for $560.69.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Ted. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ron. Discussion. All in favor, roll call.
Ron Bacon,
Aye.
Rob Dimmitt,
Yes.
Ted Metzger,
Aye.
Brad Overton,
Yes.
Richard Reed,
Yes.
Greg Richmond,
Yes.
Chris Wetstein.
Yes.
And next up is, let me get my paperwork out here. The Alcohol Beverage Board appointment. We have 3 names total. Let's see. I'll read them in alphabetical order. Eric Dougherty, Jim Post, and Steve Williamson. The letter I got from Mr. Dougherty is interested in the board position for Alcoholic Beverage Board, recently learned of the vacancy of the board. After recent searches for more ways to be involved and active in the community, his intent is to help the community of Warrick County often and wherever possible. Family man, car enthusiast, can't pronounce it, coin collector. And a volunteer. He and his wife didn't become a family until after moving to Warrick in 2016. They moved to this county because it was where they were looking forward to start a family with good neighbors, lower crime rate, new adventures to explore, car enthusiast. In the same sense that building racing and braking and repeat has been the motto of the time. Currently has a project car now that he's hoping to get done before the end of fall. Getting started into the hobby of coin collecting was because of his dad as a child. Now it's something he's teaching his child. Being a volunteer with my local community is something I didn't know I wanted or needed until I did it. And as a family, we help out with events with our neighbors, both close and far, join clubs and attend meetings. Truly what a difference moving to Warrick County has been for me, us, and my family. Currently working as a maintenance supervisor on second shift for Penske in Evansville, volunteer firefighter, new member of the Lions Club. Let's see. And the meetings of the Alcoholic Beverage Board meets the second Wednesday in the morning, which fits his schedule perfectly. His wife and he are doing what they can to ensure that others have the same experience that they did within this county. Staying active within the community and helping move in a positive direction is our goal. So that was basically his letter. Tim Mosby sent us a letter that he regrets due to personal reason he cannot be on the Alcoholic Beverage Board. Then I have the letter from Jim Post. This was a carryover from the last meeting. I understand the county is looking for additional candidates for the alcohol board. He's lived in Warrick County 33 years, raised 14 children here, 2 biological, 4 adopted from Russia, and the other adopted from Warrick and Vandenberg foster care system. The youngest just left home for the Navy, so now he's looking for some way to serve the community in a small way. Seems like a great way to get started involved in the county. Graduated from Purdue in 1989 and have worked in Vandenberg and Warrick County as well as Owensboro and Paducah for the last 10 years. Worked from home so it could be available for the kids when they were growing up. And okay, he also wants to be on the board. And then I have a letter that says, thank you for considering me to serve on the Alcoholic Beverage Board. I feel that my 7 years of experience as owner and operator of a Warrick County bar should be quite valuable. So we have 3 people to consider.
And who was the last one from?
Let's see,
Steve Williamson.
Okay.
Steve Williamson, Williamson. So I'll take, are any of them here? You must be Mr. Dougherty. Okay. Would you like to speak?
How y'all doing this evening?
Okay.
Thank you.
I was reaching out to see what type of information to be a part of Warrick County a little bit more. And meeting with one of your board members, they introduced me to the potential for the job opening. Decided to throw my hat in the ring just to see what type of opportunities I can help provide for the county. Didn't know that this was going to be an opportunity for me, but not willing to back down from an opportunity to gain experience one way or another. And that's why I'm applying for it and here today. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Anybody? Thank you.
Thank you.
So what I'll do is I'll call for nominations and then we'll vote on the nominations. Who's first?
Well, I'd like to nominate Steve Williamson. I've known Steve for a number of years. He is the past owner, not current, of Lakeview Inn in Chandler. And as he said in his letter, he has 7 years experience. My reasoning for nominating him is the experience level. And I feel that so we need someone in that position with the experience of what Steve has to make decisions on what's going on with that board in Warrick County. So that's my purpose of nominating him. I appreciate the other gentleman stepping up and asking for it to be considered and let my position still, if we need the experience involved with Steve.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm going to nominate Eric.
Okay.
Eric seems to be exactly the type of individual we're looking for. He's already volunteering with the county. He's a young family man. I think he'd be a good steward of our appointment. And as Tim Mosby said when he was here last month, experience really doesn't count for anything because you have to go by state guidelines. Whatever the state tells you have to do, you have to do. So, that's not a lot of experience required for that, but I think Eric would be a good steward of our appointment. So that's why I'm nominating him.
Okay. Do I have a second for Eric? Did you hear that? Okay, Rick?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a second for Eric? We'll just go ahead and vote on whoever comes up. Is there someone else who wants to be nominated?
I'll make a motion for Jim Post.
Okay. The motion for Jim Post, and that's made by Rick Reed. Is there a second? We don't really need a second because we'll just vote by name. I'm going to go in alphabetical order when I call for the vote. Is that okay, Counselor?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, all those in favor of Eric Dougherty, raise your hand. 1. All those in favor of Jim Post, raise your hand. Do I need a roll call? Can he vote on this, by the way?
He can vote, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So Rick Reed is voting, all I need to do is read his name, he's voting for that one.
Yes.
Okay. And Steve Williamson. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to abstain.
Okay, read those names that voted for it.
I will.
So,
The names for Steve Williamson were Ron Bacon and Rob Dimmitt, Brad Overton, and Chris Wetstein. And I am abstaining. So it looks like it'll be Steve Williamson. Appreciate you coming, Eric. We have other boards that we will be going through at the beginning of the year.
Absolutely.
And please keep us in mind.
Yeah.
Not
Please.
a problem. Thanks for being here and thanks for allowing me to come up.
Yeah. It's nice seeing your family too.
We do everything together.
That's great. That's precious, something that and it
Giving
goes
us the
by
okay.
fast.
Your little girl's giving us the okay, I guess.
Precious times. All right. Any other business to come before the council? And then I'll close this and open for the budget. Want a motion to, there's nobody on the sign up list. Need a motion to close the regular meeting and then we'll open up the budget review session.
Motion to close the regular meeting.
Motion by Brad. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Rob. Roll call.
oh, roll call. Sorry. She's- Ron Bacon,
Aye.
Rob Dimmitt,
Yes.
Ted Metzger,
Aye.
Brad Overton,
Yes.
Richard Reed, Greg Richmond,
Yes.
Chris Wetstein.
Yes.
Okay, so that part of the meeting is closed.
Would
And
you mind, since my dad did
Oh,
call
yeah.
on